Is it possible that it's policy as opposed to misogyny?
People don't like being pandered to. They like being treated like adults, but the Democrats don't know how to do that because they decided intersectionality matters. So if you're black, you're this, and if you're gay, you're this, and the rest of it. It's pathetic, it's pandering, it's awful, but don't take my word for it. Here's Stephen A. Smith.
Before I go any further, I want you to hear exactly what this man had to say.
I'm speaking to men directly now. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. That's not acceptable.
Respectfully, President Obama, what you said is not acceptable. Is it possible that the only reason some black folks may not be inclined to vote, or they may be a bit disenchanted, or dare I say may even be willing to go as far as voting for Trump, is it possible that it's policy as opposed to misogyny, inflation, the cost of living, the price of gas, the price of groceries? That don't matter? Immigration and our borders, and this belief that there's an elevated level of sensitivity towards them, as opposed to black folks struggling, if not starving, in this country. Yes, that plays a role too. When the mayor of New York was talking about $53 million in prepaid credit cards for immigrants who came across our borders illegally and having prepaid credit cards for them. And I said, wait a minute, black folks been starving for years. We ain't get that. You don't think they notice?
Now, I think actually Stephen A. is a little confused as to what the government's supposed to do, because once you say to the government, please give me that, I want that thing that those people get, well, then you'll be in servitude to the government. But putting that aside for a moment, what he's upset by is the pandering nature. And that is what most people are upset by. That's why they whittled you down to your most ridiculous piece of yourself, and they said behave because of that.